Kishane Thompson is not the problem. Let's be honest. Kishane Thompson is not the problem. Hi guys, I am back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tass, and if you're an OG, you already know me.
Welcome back.
So of course, from you see me with this, and you know what time it is. We're gonna talk about another track and field event, guys. We're gonna dissect and really talk about the 4x1 meters relay at the World Championships. But that's specifically what we're gonna talk about. But we're gonna talk about something on a deeper, broader level, and it's just relays in Jamaica on a whole, and the team and the dynamics and the decision making that goes behind who makes the team, who doesn't make the team, and who are the athletes who line up on the day to try to get Jamaica to qualify to even get into the finals. So if that's what you're here for, stick and stay. Let's get going. So by now you guys must have seen that the men's 4x1 meters relay team did not make it to the finals of the recent World Championships that concluded over the weekend in Tokyo, Japan, right? And there's been a lot to say by media outlets, wannabe media outlets, journalists, wannabe journalists. Everybody and their mother has it to say who is to be blamed and where the problem lied, because was it between the third runner, Ford, handing it over to Kishane, where the baton fell? Was that the issue, or was the issue before all of that started? My opinion on the matter is that before the athletes were even selected, before they even came on the track, before they even faced the crowd, Jamaica has a deeper issue as it relates to relays, selections, and practice. That is my perspective on the matter. So let's get right into it. All right, guys. So like I've been saying, a lot of people have been blaming Kishane. A lot of people have been blaming Kishane. A lot of people have been blaming Ford, and I don't think that's what the issue is. I don't think what the issue is. And hear me out, right? There was an interview with Michael Fraser, and I'll put it here. Let's watch the interview. Before I get into it, let's watch the interview.
Guys, but fast guys, not necessarily are gonna win races. We see the likes of Japan, even Canada, who won the Olympics. I think for the most part, we've always had four guys who are faster on, foot speed and better than them, but they've always been able to come out ahead of us in the last few years. So I think it's a good thing that we're actually gotten some practice in. So I mean, as I said, we have been getting in some solid sessions.
You speak of the availability of personnel. One person whose availability has been in question is that of Brian Lavelle.
Yes.
Have you had a chance to speak with him, his coach? Have you had a chance to, or has he had a chance thus far of working out any at all with the squad?
Well, as you see, he's not here at the moment, which I understand. He has a 200, which is his primary event, so he has to concentrate on that. We have a general idea of who the top personnel is. So, as I said, going forward, we just need a group of, say, 8 to 10 athletes. Throughout the year, we have 3 or 4 relay camps. Get everybody together. So at any given time, we have 4 guys who are versatile with the baton. So at any given time, we have 4 guys who are versatile with the baton, who will go there, because foot speed is great, but it doesn't win races. Yeah. I am optimistic about our chances, and it is still open to everyone who is available, but right now we can't.
Fraser was asked about the whole selection of the team for the relay and the whole dynamics. Now, my thing is, he's saying that Brian, because he's currently focusing on the 200-meter finals, which wasn't run as yet, he isn't a part of practice. And so with any team, you're going to need synergy, right? You guys are going to need to be in sync. You're going to need to know each person's little quirks and whatever, and just get the baton around. Like, it's a team thing, right? Individual races are concluded. It's a team thing now. The relays are what's being focused on. So Fraser is saying that Brian isn't a part of the practice, and so basically what he doesn't want to say, but it's obvious what happened. Brian wasn't a part of the relay. No, I'm not saying that was the only decision that went behind Brian not being a part of the relay, because it could have been other things. It could have been fatigue from the 200. It could have been whatever. I'm not about to speculate. But what I'm saying is that we just needed to qualify. That's all I'm saying. We just needed to qualify. And based on what I am hearing is that the team has been practicing. The team that went out there, the men that you all saw, the 4 men, they have been practicing. They have been working as a team. They have been practicing in that order. They have been getting the baton around in training. They have been practicing. They have been practicing.
Throughout the year, we have 3 or 4 relay camps, get everybody together. So at any given time, we have 4 guys who are versatile with the baton.
Right? All those men did their individual events, who actually had individual events, and who only came to be a part of the relay team were a part of the relay team. So they all were practicing. The 100-meter finals ran. All the men who are part of the 100 meters, they're rested and they're here for the relay, and they were practicing, right? Based on what we saw. For those who saw behind the scene clips, no, I really don't think Jamaica needs to blame the athletes about who did what, who didn't do what, who ran off too early, who dropped the baton, whose hand was too high, who, first of all, that should have all been noticed and taken care of in practice. Cool. It wasn't. But I think it's a deeper issue. I've been hearing from my sources that the same third leg forward, apparently the issue was there. Again, I'm not blaming him. I'm saying that I've heard that Jamaica took, if you guys remember, Jamaica took a while to qualify for this same 4x1 that they entered in the World Champs. They took a while to qualify. They didn't qualify at the trials and they had to go to different meets to try to qualify. Jamaica almost didn't have anyone. We almost didn't enter the actual 4x1 meters at World Championships, right? So we took a while to even qualify and line up on that track, right? Now what I'm hearing is that this, I didn't see it for myself, but what I'm hearing is that the same leg was always the leg that was giving issue, that caused the baton to always drop, that caused us to always not qualify. Now my thing is, if that was something that was noticed or observed from before the World Championships on Sunday, right? Why did the team still go out there in the same order that they did? If there was trouble that was noticed and observed by the Jamaican people, the Jamaican people sitting in their living rooms notice and witness things and were brilliant enough to say this no make no sense. Why is it that the same persons, why is it that the decision makers, the team leaders, and anyone else who is behind the decision of who makes the team?
USA okay in the back straight. It's Ronnie Baker down the back straight. For Canada it's Blake, and for Jamaica it's the champion Seville. Seville goes to Jamaica. They were slowish. The Americans are flying. Brumell on the bend. Canada coming up with Rodney, and then Kishane Thompson gets the baton now into the stretch. No. He doesn't get it. Jamaica are out. Forget Jamaica. Canada lead.
Seville just devastated. It wasn't his fault. Kishane Thompson just took off too early. He took off so early and Ford couldn't get to him. They really messed that change up, and in contrast, the Canadian quartet was just brilliant.
Do you guys get what I'm saying? So like the organizers and all the organization behind the team even coming together and who makes the team and who doesn't make the team. Because it wasn't a matter of we didn't have the fastest men. We had the gold and silver medalists in that heat. It's a matter of the technicalities. We just didn't get the baton around, and Oblique was so disappointed. Not just Oblique to single him out, but they were all disappointed. I saw it on Kishane's face. They were all disappointed. And to know that Jamaica used to be on top with track and field in general, but relays, oh my gosh, the days of Nesta Carter, Michael Fraser, Johan Blake, Usain Bolt, Asafa Powell. Those were the days, honey. We were on top. You see, from Jamaica in the race, I hit that. That's gold. Now the other countries are vying for silver and bronze, right? And I don't think it's a matter of, people like to make excuses and say, oh, it's a matter of our men have fallen short, and the men, and we haven't produced another Usain, and we haven't produced another Asaf, and we haven't produced it, and it's a matter of Jamaica's men aren't as great as those men before. I don't think that's what the issue is. I really don't. Because we have the Oblique, we have Akeem, we have Kishane, we have fast men. I think it's a matter of whoever is behind these teams being decided who makes a team, who doesn't make the team, whoever is behind all the administrative political aspect of it, something is not, they're out of tune, they're out of touch. That's what I'll say. They're out of tune and out of touch with reality, and that's just the truth. They really are. Because again, if the average Jamaican man or woman sitting on their couch in their living room or in their shop in Jamaica at home or wherever they are watching it from their phone can see the issue before the issue becomes a bigger issue, then why can't it be seen by the people who are really the decision makers in this thing? You guys get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a matter of nitpicking and pulling the athletes apart and blaming a Kishane and blaming a Ford and blaming this person and blaming that person. Oh, Kishane shouldn't have ended. Kishane is better on. I do not think that's what the issue is. We have a deeper issue that needs to be addressed. That's my 2 cents on the matter. What you'll even notice is that when Ford was handing over to Kishane, Kishane went out of his lane. He was outside his lane for a couple seconds. No. Did it seem to cause an impediment to the other athlete? No. But again, we didn't even get the baton around for that to be an issue at the end. We didn't even qualify for us to work on that part later. You see what I'm saying? And again, it wasn't a matter of, oh, we need to run a world record. We needed to do this. We needed to show them. We needed to qualify for the finals. And if you don't have a chance and you don't have a ticket to the finals, you don't have a say. You don't have a talk. If you didn't book your ticket to the finals, you don't even have a talk. You're not even a part of the conversation anymore. And Jamaica wasn't a part of the conversation for the 4x1 meters relay finals at the World Championship.
Kishane Thompson gets the baton now into the stretch.
No.
He doesn't get it. Jamaica are out. Forget Jamaica.
There's just something with the relays that we haven't seemed to be getting right, especially when it comes to the men. There's something there's this element that's missing. And I genuinely think it's a matter of the team leaders, the coaches, decision makers. They are listening to the people. And if they aren't listening to the people, they're probably definitely not listening to the athletes, right? So they say, all right, you're the first leg, you're the second leg, and we're practicing in that order. And another thing, all this practicing, and yet the mistakes that are being made are things that should have been fixed in practice. So again, it wasn't a matter of speed that Jamaica fell short in. It wasn't a matter of speed. It was a matter of whose arm was too high, who went out too fast, who was beyond the marker. Correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't those things that you work on in practice, those technicalities that practice is supposed to fix? No, sir. The men look like amateurs out there. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like they never practiced, and it was the first time this team, these 4 men, were coming together and running. That's how it looked. They weren't in sync. It was just like, my coach if you run, me go run. Boom, reach, oh, shoot, drop. Oh, okay. Where was the synergy? The 4x4 women, no, they were in sync, and I love that. But anyways, guys, that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you think of the matter. Again, Jamaica has a deeper issue than a Kishane Thompson. It's not Kishane's fault with the 4x1. It is deeper than Kishane. It's deeper than Kishane, and that's what we need to address. We're not looking at the deeper level. We're looking at the surface of things. So tell me what you think about it. That's my 2 cents, and that's that. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Our channel is my channel but our channel is growing, guys. I've surpassed the 1,000 subscribers mark for YouTube. Super proud of myself, and thank you to each and every person that played a role in that. And yeah, I can't thank you enough. So let's keep this going. See you in my next video. Bye.